Hello students, today we are going to learn about the evidences for evolution. What are the evidences through which we understand how a human is evolved, or how a evolution occurs? Right? When we consider evidences means they are proof for the means gradual differentiation in history of life. Right? Evidences that evolution of life forms had indeed taken place on Earth has come from many quarters. Many quarters. How many quarters are there? Simply we can say four quarters are there. Fossils are remains of hard parts of the life form found in rock. What are fossils? First is given here fossils. When we see about the fossils means what? Study of fossil means what? Study of fossils. Here fossil means what? The fossils means they are remain of hard parts of life form. What is given here? Hard part of life. Right? Rocks form sediments and a cross section of the earth crust indicates the arrangement of sediments one over the other. Sedimentary rock means what? That is the first layer, second layer, then third layer, then fourth layer. Means many layers are formed, right? And these layer means they have a different time also. These are formed in different times, right? Different aged rock sediment contains fossils of different life forms. Different age rock sediments. That is sedimentation is different. This is that which we can say the deepest one is the earliest one, right? They have this different age, and that's why they contain the different fossils, right? Who probably died during the formation of a particular sediment. When we consider the sediment and when we consider the age of the sedimentary rock, we understand in which what is the age of this fossil. Some of them appear similar to the modern organisms. Some of them they appear similar to the modern organisms, and some is they are totally exist. As for example, when we consider dinosaurs, today dinosaurs are exist, but like a dinosaurs, some similar to dinosaurs, it is not size according, but we can say shape. So they are today also some reptiles are there, right? They represents extinct organisms. As for example, dinosaurs extinct is totally extinct, and we know, I think not I think, 65 million years ago, what happens? Dinosaurs, they exist suddenly. How they exist? It is not a question here, but they extinct suddenly, right? 65 million years ago. When we consider this rock at that time rock, we get the dinosaurs fossils, right? A study of a fossil is different sedimentary layers indicate the geological period. Geological period. After this one, right? When I read this, then I will tell you how many eras and epochs or periods are there, right? Geological periods in which they existed. The study showed that life form varied over time, and certain life forms are restricted to a certain geological time span. Certain life, right? They are also restricted to certain geological time spans, right? As for example, if we consider the dinosaurs, they are present, they originate in Triassic era, a Triassic period, and they are dominant in Jurassic period, but they extinct in last one is our which one? Cretaceous period, right? Hence, new forms of life have arisen of different times in the history of Earth. New form of life have arisen is different life or different life forms. They are dominant in different eras or different periods, right? As for example, Devonian period. Devonian period is called the golden age of fishes, right? Second one we can say Silurian. Silurian is before the Devonian, means jawless fishes are dominant, right? Ordovician means non-cardates are dominant, right? Carboniferous means amphibians are dominant. As for example here Jurassic means what? Jurassic era means it is means we can say that dinosaurs they are dominant, reptiles are dominant. Means they have different. This is one. New life forms have arisen at different times in the life history of Earth. All these is called as paleontological evidences, right? These are called as paleontological evidences, and study of fossil is called paleontology. Paleontology, right? Do you remember how the age of fossils are calculated? Yes. We use, okay, we have four different methods for calculation of age of fossil. Radiocarbon method we use, right? Second means we use uranium lead method. Third means potassium argon method. And fourth means this is the most accurate modern, and this is electron spin resonance method. It is the most accurate and modern method, right, to calculate the period of or age of fossils. Do you recollect the method of radioactive dating and the principle behind the procedure? Yes, because in all the livings we know C14 is present. C14 means it is a radiocarbon and it has half-life period is 5730, 5730 years. This is the half-life, right? When we consider the amount of C14, right, because half-life period means half amount of C14 is present, right? So when we consider how much the amount is present, remaining amount of the C14 inside the cell or inside the living organisms, then we calculate, right? Means if one half-life period has gone, or two half-life period has gone, or three half-life period is gone, we can calculate this one, right? I will tell you how we calculate. Okay, here I tell you. Suppose that I write here, it is how we calculated this one, right? So look here, a C14. What is the half-life period of this one? Half-life period. Half-life period of C14 is 5730, right, years. Suppose that a organism, a fossil we get, and when we observe this fossil, what happens? We understand only 100 C14s are present, right? And in original of this same organism, how much? It is 800. Remaining means what? After means this time in the fossil only 100 is amount of C14 is present, and originally it is 800. Then that means what? We can understand, we can do this one, right? And this is the half-life period. How many half-life periods? Simply we understand it is 1 upon 8n, and 1 upon 8n, that n means what? It is the half-life period. How many half-life periods are there? Number of half-life period. It is the number of half-life period. We understand it is, we can write 1 upon 2, 3. 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2, it becomes 8, right? So 1 upon 3. How many half-life periods have gone? 3 half-life period. So 3 half-life period means you can calculate this 3 half-life period means 3 multiplied by 5730. Now you understand, we get the age of the, fossil, in which remaining carbon is only 100 gram, right? Okay, so this is the procedure. Means we can say this is the procedure. How could we calculate the age of fossils in radiocarbon method. Radiocarbon method, right? C14 method. Okay. Now first here, what is given here? The evidences of fossils. So first I think I have to tell you about the different type of fossils. Then we now here different types of fossils. So different type of fossils. How many types of fossils are there? Actually, when we consider the types of fossils, so you can understand that first one is our unaltered. Fossils, right? Unaltered fossils means which are same as it is, right? They have no degradation, no decaying is there. So they are present in ice. You can say ice peak caps or north or south pole, right? In ice, north or south polar region, right? As for example, here, right? Which one we can say here? Mammoth, right? Which ones we can say? Polar mammoth, right? Or they are present in amber. Amber means what? Amber means it is oil substances. If they are present in oil substances. As for example, some insects or leaf, if they are put into the oil substances, they cannot degrade, right? And in ice, more, that is ice means, I tell you, example is woolly mammoth. Right? These are unaltered, means they remain as it is. There is no degradation, no decaying in them. Second, unaltered after, second is our, which are present in the sedimentary rock, they are called as petrified. Petri, fied fossils. Petrified fossils. Petrified fossils means what? Petrified fossils are those fossils in which only hard parts are in. Hard parts of body remain as fossils, right? And they are present in sedimentary rock. They are sedimentary rocks. So that means we can say these are the most evident fossils. These are the mostly fossils are in these forms. They are sedimentary or petrified fossils, right? Third, hard part means what? In case of animals, it is bones, and in case of plants, we know the hardest part of plant is pollen grain, because pollen grain it contains sporulin, right? Sporopollenin. Okay. Now third one is our unaltered, petrified. Third means what? Mold fossils. MOULD. Mold fossils. Mold means what? Okay, when it is captured in the rock, then what happens after some time? This animal degenerates, right? Decay, right? And only a figure, means we can say a figure is formed inside the rock, right? An empty figure is formed. That is called mold, right? Empty figure is formed and structure. We can see the shape and size of the fossil, but in that rock there is nothing, because all these things are degraded, right? It is a hollow, we can say hollow structure is formed, right? Only impression of external, we can say here, only expression of external structure, right, is present. A hollow space is present. So that means it is called mold, right? And same as to the one is also cast fossils. Sometimes what happens? These molds means empty space. It is filled up with other substances, right? When it is filled up other or different type of soil or different type of rock or different type of substances, then this mold fossil is converted into cast fossil, right? Here what happens? These expressions or these empty spaces which is made by fossils or which is made by the decaying organic or decaying organisms, right? It is filled up by different substance. So this substance are different from original rock, right? We get a specific structure. Specific structure means this structure, or we can say the combination of soil or the this type of soil is different in the mold which is present inside the mold. This is called cast fossil, right? So cast fossil means minerals are filled in the molds. When minerals are mostly minerals, they are right are filled in molds, then they are called as cast fossil, right? Fifth one is print fossil. Print fossils. Print fossil means footprint. Some insects whole print is there, right? or leaves, plants, leaves, print. Sometimes it is whole, means we can say structure is there. Mostly it is footprint is there. If it is insect, sometimes wings print is also there. So they are in print, right? Another one is our last one. That is, we can say they are not, all these means they have some part of animals. But this last one is not a part of animal, but it is the excreta of animal, and it is called as coprolite fossils. Light fossils. Coprolite fossils means what? It is the excreta of animals. Excreta of animals, and it is only one coprolite fossil means it is only animal fossils. They excrete in a specific area. As for example, when you see that is a rhino. Rhinoceros, every time for excretion he go to a specific place, and when you see this one, so you understand a large amount of feces is present in a specific region, and the same hippocrator, that is our rhinoceros, it come to that place every time and excrete there. So large amount of excreta is present on the specific place. Through this excreta, we understand that in this region, in this era or in this age, rhinoceros like omnivores are present who excrete that the same type of excreta, right? These are the six types of fossils which are present in which make first evidences of evolution, right? One thing is also there. Who is the father of paleontology? Here we can say study of fossil means what? Study of fossil. It is called paleontology. Paleontology. Sorry, paleontology. And if it is means animal fossils, study of animal fossils, then we use what we said here, paleontozoology. If it is a botany means plant fossils, so paleontobotany. We use paleonto. Paleonto means what? Fossil. Logy means what? Study. Animals means paleontozoology, and plant means, we can say for plants it is paleontobotany, right? Next point is, who is the father of Indian paleontology? He is Birbal Sahni. Birbal Sahni. Birbal Sahni. This time also institute after this name, Birbal Sahni Institute, right? It is also present in Lucknow, right? Birbal Sahni. He is the father of Indian paleontology. And next question you understand means you have in your mind, who is the father of, simply you can ask, who is the father of paleontology means in world, right? Who is the father of paleontology in world when we consider the world? That is our, anyone have idea? Father of, we can write here, then you understand. Father of paleontology. World paleontology, right? He is Leonardo da Vinci. Leonardo da Vinci. Okay. So they are the father. Okay. Second point, what is given here? What are the method of calculate the age of rocks? I tell you here 4 methods are there, because these 4 methods are not given in NCERT, right? So we need to some information about the methods. So only see the methods. We have 4 methods for calculation of fossils. What four methods are there? The first one is our first. It is radiocarbon. That is our 14, right? C14 method. Radiocarbon method, right? By calculating its half-life period. Half-life period means it is 5730 years. I already tell you, right? Second is our uranium lead method. Look here, uranium. Uranium is also a radioisotope, and after then what happens? It is converted into lead, right? Stable structure lead, right? The uranium lead method. Third one is our potassium argon method. Potassium argon method. We know potassium. It is present here in our body, right? The potassium argon method, it is used for the calculation of age of hominids. Homonid means what? Homo erectus, Homo habilis, Homo erectus pekinensis, or Homo heidelberg, that is our Heidelberg man, right? This method is used. And fourth, which is the most modern and most accurate method, it is electron spin resonance method. Electron spin resonance method, or we said them ESR method. This method is most accurate and modern. For fossil, you understand a radiocarbon method means it is for mostly fossils, right? Fossil means cell, it contains all the cells, they contain C14. Second is uranium lead method is for rocks, for the calculating the age of rocks. Uranium lead method. Potassium argon method, I tell you, it is for hominids, because everything, radiocarbon method means it is up to 50,000 days. We can calculate, right? Then after what happens, it becomes very least amount which is negotiable, right? Potassium argon method for hominids, uranium lead method for rocks age, right? And this rock age means, suppose that we can say that is our what is this? Proconsuls, Dryopithecus, Ramapithecus, Sivapithecus, or Kenyapithecus. 12, we can say here they are evolved when 1.5 million years ago, right? So for calculation of these hominids, we use this potassium argon method. Right? Neanderthal humans or Cro-Magnon humans, up to 50,000 days we use radiocarbon. More than this one is uranium lead methods. Potassium argon, uranium lead means this is for which one? This is for Ramapithecus, up to Kenyapithecus. Proconsuls, and after Dryopithecus, Ramapithecus, Sivapithecus, we use not fossils, we have no. Like what we use? Rock age, right? The uranium lead for rock age, potassium argon method for age of hominids. Hominids means hominid come in when homogeneous come, and homogeneous come after Australopithecus, right? After Australopithecus, Homo erectus, Homo habilis, Homo erectus pekinensis, and Heidelberg, right? Then after Neanderthal human is coming. Electron spin resonance method, it is for all one, but it is most accurate this time. It is the modernist, right, method for calculation of fossils, right? This is about the fossils. Okay. Now come to the NCERT. I think you understand. Do you remember how the age of fossils are calculated? We have 4 methods. Second, do you recollect the method of radio dating? Yes. And principle behind the procedure. Also, before I tell you, when we calculate the half-life period, then we miscalculate the age of which one? Fossils. Now, second evidence is, first evidence is fossil. Second evidence is embryological support for evolution. embryological support for evolution. Embryological means development of embryo. Here what happens in embryological evolution means when we consider this one, we have two scientists, not two scientists, three scientists are there. We can consider three scientists. First one is von Baer, right? So here it is given von Baer, Carl Ernst von Baer. This Carl Ernst von Baer, he is the father of embryology. This Carl Ernst von Baer, right? He is the father of embryology because he gives the basis of embryology, right? And another thing is he also disproved the biogenetic law, or we can say recapitulation law, right? What is given? Was also proposed by Ernst Haeckel. Okay, look here. This von Baer, he proposed his theory in 1828. Then Ernst Haeckel, he come in 1866. Who come before? It is von Baer come before. What is the basis of embryology according to von Baer? Von Baer said that all the living organisms, what happens in their embryonic development, first they forms the normal characteristics, normal organs, and specialized traits are formed later, right? That is the basic. First what forms? Natural, normal, right? And then general characteristics. We can say first general characteristics are formed and then later specialized characteristics are formed. This is the basis of von Baer's embryology. Then what happens? Muller gives the recapitulation theory. Which theory? Recapitulation theory. According to recapitulation theory, what is there? Ontogeny recapitulates the phylogeny, right? Ontogeny recapitulates the phylogeny. 1 minute, you can understand if I explain you there, right? What is there? First, it is, I said you, von Baer. It is the first scientist which is given here, right? Ernst. So, von Baer means he gives the basis of embryology. Basis of embryology. What is the basis of embryology? It is, he said that general characteristics forms before and specialized traits or characters are formed later, right? And this is the basis, right? Second, who comes? Muller, right? Muller, he gives recapitulation theory. According to recapitulation theory, he also said what he says: ontogeny recapitulates phylogeny. Ontogeny recapitulates phylogeny, right? Ontogeny means what? Embryological, right? So embryology, right? Phylogeny means what? It is evolutionary biology. Okay, now what is he say? He say that in embryonic stage, always what happens? Embryonic stage, it passes through its ancestors adult stage, right? And this, the same embryonic stage passes through its ancestors adult stage, and it is well explained by whom? Ernest Haeckel. Ernest Haeckel, E-R-N-S-T, right? Not E-S-T, it is E-R-S-T, right? Ernest Haeckel. Ernest Haeckel, he gives biogenetic law. Biogenetic law. According to him, Ernest Haeckel, what he said? He said, what he said? All the organisms, they have to pass. Organisms in its embryonic stage, it has to pass through adult stage of its ancestor. Right? But this one is this. Okay, he also gave a proof. He gives proof. What proof he give? He give an example of, as for example, tadpole larva of frog, and it means what it is the larva. What it indicates? It indicates that amphibians, means we can say it indicates that amphibians, you know, frog, amphibians originates from fishes, because in embryonic stage means a tadpole larva. What happens? A tadpole larva, it contains tail, it contains external gills, but in frog means what happens? Tails are absent. Now what happens here? Legs are formed, tails are totally degenerate, gills are also absent. That means it indicates that amphibian originate from the fishes. That he give the examples also, but it is disproved by the Van Baer. How it is proved? Look here, Van Baer means it is in 1828, right? Earlier, before he formed this biogenetic law, he first disproved. That is interestingly we can say. And Ernest Haeckel means it is in 1866. He come later. He said this one, but it is already disproved by this one. Right? For a advanced organism, what becomes? The ancestors' characteristics become general characteristics. He said general characteristics forms before and specialized characteristics form later. Right? It is disproved by Van Baer this time. That's why the basis of embryology, or we can say the father of embryology, is Van Baer. This is considered as the father of logical evidences or embryology, right? And that is given in NCERT also. You can see here. Okay, we can move. Here, what is given here? Was also proposed by Ernest Haeckel. I will tell you what he proposed. Based upon the observation of certain features during the embryonic stage, common to all vertebrates. Which one is common to all vertebrates? Heart. Fishes means 2, amphibians means 3, reptiles means 3, crocodiles means 4, birds means 4, mammals means 4. Right? That is, including human, develop a row of vestigial gill slits. Example, what is given? Gill slits. Gill slits, this is the basic characteristic of all cardiacs. But mammals, they have no gills. We have no gills. Why? Where gills? Gill slits are present in embryonic stage. It is must. Right? They are present in embryonic stage. Tail, oxygen. Right? post anal tail, it is also basic character, right? Basic characters they found first. He said Von Biersen, and he said no, they are present. They are present in the embryonic stage. That means what? In embryonic stage, means ancestors adult stage, right? Because ancestors means they have tails. Reptiles they have tails. You understand? Here, all the vertebrate, including human, develop a row of vestigial gill slits just behind the head, but it is not. It is a functional organ only in fishes and not found in any other adult vertebrates. He gives this example, right? However, this proposal was disapproved on careful studies performed by Carl Ernst von Baer, right? He noted that embryos never pass through the adult stage of other animals. He said embryo never passed through the adult stage of any other mammals or other animals. Right? If it passed, he simply said, if it passed through the adult stage, then what is the importance of, then why it evolved? Right? Why evolution takes place? But this time also, other animals are also live. Then how evolution formed? We have no answer. Right? That's why he said they never pass through the adult stage. Okay, he only said the ancestors characters or ancestors properties, it becomes basic property or general property, it forms first, and then specialized, which is comes through the gradual evolution, it forms later. You understand embryological evidences. Second, okay, now after comparative anatomy. This one is very important. And morphology shows anatomy and morphology. Anatomy means internal structure, study of internal structure. Morphology means study of external structures. Shows similarities and differences among organisms of today and those that existed year ago. Differences and common similarities. Here a tree is the given, right? Ancestor tree. A family tree of dinosaurs and their living modern day counterpart organisms like crocodiles and birds. Crocodiles and birds, they evolved from the dinosaurs, from this tree, we understand, right? Look here, Brachiosaurus, it evolved into the Tyrannosaurus, but what happens then after they died? Next one is here, Stegosaurus, right? Two branches arise, so then what happens? It means develop into Triceratops, and then extinct. Both are extinct. Right. Third, Archaeopteryx. This time, Archaeopteryx means it is a link between reptiles and aves. Right. This time it is absent. This one is a tooth birds. So first tooth birds are formed, and from tooth birds now today's aves are formed. Today's aves means today birds are. Right. Another branch, it forms crocodile, and these crocodile today they are also present. Right. Another, this one is branches from Pteranodon, right? And Pteranodon, they are converted into bat-like structures. Today's bat-like structures, right? They are ancestors. You understand? You have to read the names. Brachiosaurus convert into or evolve into Tyrannosaurus. They are the big one. Tyrannosaurus is the largest one, right? Largest one, but it is extinct. It is not a carnivorous. It is herbivorous. Another side means it is a Stegosaurus, right? And it is a carnivorous Triceratops. They are extinct. Archaeopteryx extinct. Pteranodon, this one is bat-like mammals, and crocodiles. Today they are also present. That is given here also. Living modern day counterpart. So what are the living modern day counterpart? Obvious which one? Crocodiles and birds. They are living today also. Such similarities can be interpreted to understand whether common ancestors were shared or not. For example, whale, bat, cheetah, and humans, they are all mammals, but their limbs, we are tetrapods. Tetrapod means we have 4 limbs, right? But their limbs, on the basis of their function, it is different. Anatomically same. Anatomically means what? Our hand, it is humerus, after humerus radius ulna, then carpal, then metacarpal, then after phalanges ulna. Right? Here also it is present. In all these ones, whale, bat, cheetah, and humans, they have same sequence of bones. Humerus, radius ulna, carpal, metacarpal, and phalanges. That is human. share similarity in the pattern of bones of forelimbs though these forelimbs perform different function in these animals because they are adapted for different habitat. They have similar anatomical structure. That means anatomically similar but functionally different, right? And that is called as, all of them have humerus, radius, ulna, carpal, metacarpal, phalanges. As I tell you, these are the name of the bones in their forelimbs. This is also in sequence: humerus, radius, ulna, carpal, metacarpal, and then phalanges, right? Hence, in these animals, the same structure developed along different direction due to the adaptation of two different needs. Whale, it is aquatic, so flippers are formed, right? Bat, because they are aerial adaptation, so they fly. These wing-like structures are formed. Tigers, running. Humans, different function we know. Humans means too much functions are there, right? This is called divergent evolution. This one is called divergent. Divergent means origin same. You can understand why it is called divergent means what? That these origin is same, but according to different habitat, they develop into different form, right? Origin same, but different form. Whale, aquatic. This one is our, suppose that bat means aerial, right? Different wings are formed. This one is flipper are formed, right? Tiger means for running, like legs are formed. And human means hands are formed. So different origin. That one is called, when you see, so this one is, we can say this one is divergent. So it is called divergent evolution, right? What is called? Divergent evolution. And these structures are homologous. Why they are called homologous? Because origin is same. They are anatomically same, but functionally different, right? Homology indicates common ancestry. Look, common ancestry. Origin same is common ancestry, right? Other examples are vertebrate hearts or brains. Heart and brain same, right? In plants, there are also homology is there. Plant also, the thorns and tendrils of Bougainvillea and Cucurbita family. Which one? Bougainvillea and Cucurbita family. So Bougainvillea means what? Right? Bougainvillea means it is thorn. Right? Why? Because it has to escape itself from grazing animals. And Cucurbita, it is a means creeper. Right? It need support. So to climb the support, it convert into tendrils. Right? That is given here. And both are means what is the origin of both? Stem. Modification of stem. Here modification of stem is there. The thorn and tendrils, their modification, they are originate from stem, right? Bougainvillea, thorn, Cucurbita, tendrils. Different structures are formed for different needs, right? Origin is same. Origin same is what is origin? Origin is stem. You can say stem. Both originate from stem. It is represented at homology, or we can say it is divergent evolution, right? Second, homology is based on divergent evolution, where analogy means what? Analogy means internally different but functionally same. Their origin is different but their function is same, means their appearance is same, right? So you can understand through this one. Look, what I said, origin different. That this one is a, suppose that housefly, right? And this one is a bird, right? So bird, housefly, bat, they are different ancestors are, but they are similar structure. That means what? They have a similar habitat. All these have aerial habitats. So this one is called, look here, this one is called convergent evolution. Homology means different ancestry. Homology means similar or same ancestry, and analogy means different ancestry. Anatomically they are different, but that means we can anatomically different, but functionally they are same. Refers to a situation exactly opposite. Wings of butterfly, no bones are present, and of birds means they have bones different. They are not anatomically similar structure, but though they perform the similar function, functionally same but anatomically different. Hence, analogous structures are result of convergent evolution. Look, from different to same. That is called convergent to convergent evolution. Different structures evolving for the same function and hence having the similarity, phenotypically similarity. Right, same function but anatomically different. Other example of analogy are the eye of octopus and the mammals. Eyes of octopus means non-chordate, and eyes of mammals, right? Their origin is different, but their function is same. You see, right? Or the flippers of penguins, that is bird. Penguin is bird, and dolphin is mammal. Origin is different, but function is same. One can say that it is similar habitat that has resulted in selection of similar adaptive features in different group of organisms, and it is also correct, right? Because similar habitat is there, so they need similar, right? Similar function is there, similar function for similarity is there, right? This one example, thorn of bougainvillea, and this is the tendril of cucurbita. Both origin is same, stem modifications, right? And when we consider this man, look there. Look, humerus, this one, it is humerus. Then after this and this and this and this one is radius ulna, right? When we consider tars, that is carpals, this one is carpal. Now this one is carpal, right? And this one is carpal. They are carpals, right? Now these are metacarpal, and this one metacarpal, and then after this one metacarpal, and these are flanges, right? Phalanges. Anatomically they are same, right? One example is given here. Sweet potato, that is a root modification, and potato, it is a stem modification, underground stem modification. They are the example of analogy, right? In the same line of argument, similarities in protein. Now third evidence. Third evidence what is? That is the we can say biochemistry similarities or biochemistry evidences, right? Biochemical evidences. In the same line of argument, second is given here, right? What is? Similarities in proteins and genes performing given function among diverse organisms give clues to common ancestors. Proteins means in all the organisms, all the living beings. Protein, they are made up of only 20 amino acids, right? So that is the similarity. And we know genes, the genetic code is nearly universal, except one very rare exception is there, right? One protozoan and mitochondrial expressions are there. Otherwise, they are same. AUG, it is called initiation codon in all living organisms, either it is a plant or it is an animal or it is a bacteria, fungi or anything, right? So that means we can say protoplasm is same. That means what? We can say these biochemical similarities point to the same shared ancestry as structural similarities among diverse organisms. It's same. That means what? All the organisms, they evolve from same ancestor, right? What are you writing?